What's up, guys? Good morning. What's up? It's Friday, May 13th, and we're about to get into the October 2018 practice test or QAS, which in this case is not actually a QAS, it's a practice test from the official College Board book. It's practice test number 10. So we'll be going into that in a little bit. I just want to do a little bit more setup before I go and also wait to see if anyone joins. I scheduled this for 9 a.m., but I had some things come up this morning, so I'm starting an hour later. Sorry about that. I hope no one was waiting. But I know it's not good to set a time and to start later than that's not my intention. I don't want to do that. So I just want to make that apology up front. Another quick update is on Discord. On the Discord situation, this is really sad. Naturally, I had a lot of viewership on YouTube coming up to the May exam. Okay, the June exam is much less popular, so so my viewership dropped off. But simultaneously, they banned my account, and so I can't access it. And I don't know why my Discord server was banned, but maybe because they banned my account and I'm the owner of the server, they just vanished my Discord, or maybe my server, or maybe they separately banned my server as well, or something like that, right? For things that I don't fully understand. They gave me like a robo email response, even though I wrote a very long, sincere email. I sent another reply last night to see if I can get a human response. We'll see, because I think everyone around me is telling me not to expect anything, and I think that's just because Americans have really low expectations for customer service, like extremely low expectations, because I think in America, you kind of assume that as a customer, you have no rights. but you know what? For better or for worse, I've been living in Korea for 10 years, and I'm not gonna be angry about it, but I just want a human connection. I just want someone to read the email and actually read it. I want a pair of eyeballs to read what I wrote. And so we'll see if I can make that happen, because they clearly did not read what I wrote the first time. So I'm going to keep pushing forward and seeing if I can establish some sort of connection where maybe they'll actually restore access to my account for a bit. No idea what the hell's going on there, but anyway. So that's my situation right now. Actually, I should. I'm gonna tie my hair, guys. Give me a sec. It's a little too tight. It's too tight. I'm like a ballerina right now. guys, guys, what a rough couple days. But I can tell that now that I'm back into this rhythm, um, I have my setup here at Brooklyn again, and I'm just getting back into the rhythm of like waking up early and like I'm correcting all my bad habits from last week. Yeah, I just feel a lot better. Like I didn't get to sleep that much last night because of things that happened, but I still feel a lot better compared to like, last week where I was kind of struggling. So, so yeah, I'm looking forward to another 52 out of 52. 2 days in a row. That said, this test I have seen before. Okay, yesterday I had actually never read that. I'd never read it, but um, this one I have seen once before in my life. So because I've seen it once before, that means that I might have some sort of memory. But like I said in previous streams, for all of these streams, even though I've seen it once before, it's literally only my second time seeing it. So it's not like I have the whole passage mapped out in my head. I don't remember it all. Okay, I do forget these things over time, and so I don't remember any of the questions. There's almost no, I mean, writing questions I kind of remember because I've seen them more than twice. But then for reading questions, I don't really remember any of them. Even if I've read the passages before, I don't remember what questions come out. I don't remember what the answers are, generally speaking. Okay. As a teacher, once I teach the same packet like 3 or 4 times, then at that point I start remembering it. I start memorizing it, just not even intentionally. It just starts happening. But I'm not at that point yet, so it's still very fresh. So this is still going to be pretty approximately close to the real thing. I'm gonna make mistakes. You guys have seen me make mistakes on tests that I've seen before, so I'm gonna make. It's very likely that I can make mistakes on this. I would say it's still a pretty solid stream. It's a representative stream. Okay. Well, let's get going. Let's get going. All right, started guided access. So my screen won't turn off in the middle. And I got that's my list of practice tests, but here is my iPad. Cool. I think I drank a little too much coffee, so I'm a little jittery. But I think I should be able to make this happen. Let's make this happen. Oh, whoa. Why my screen turn off? Okay. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like I don't want to start. I'm like tired. I don't I don't I don't want to. I don't want to, but I gotta. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hang on. Sorry, my guided access. My phone's acting weird. It keeps turning off. Okay, this is gonna mess me up. It's gonna mess me up. If my phone keeps turning off, it's gonna mess me up. So give me a second. I think there's a weird bug, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna restart my phone. Just for anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, iPhones, when you use the stopwatch on the iPhone, your screen has like a screen like auto timer where it turns off after like a minute or whatever. And one way around it is to turn that auto timer off. I assume that you can do that. I've never tried, so I'm not sure. But the sort of cleaner way of doing it is just to turn guided access on for the phone. It's for the stopwatch app. So I just go into stopwatch and then I turn guided access on, and there's a setting within guided access that allows you to keep the screen turned on. Let me actually go and just double check my settings really quickly. Right. I'm already set at display auto lock never, so it shouldn't auto lock anymore. So I think it should be good. Kind of awkward, but yeah. Okay, guided access is started on my stopwatch. I should be able to just use it now. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. What? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong page, sorry. The Caliphs of Baghdad, Georgia, a novel. Stefanik. Spivey arrived in Georgia. Boots suitable for hiking. This is 1938. A dress and boots. I don't know what a tam is. August is hot. It's hot. It's nothing compared to Timbuktu, which irritated the people. Okay, I actually remember roughly what the story is about. It's about a very arrogant person. Okay, so this is good. So the problem right now is that this person's not very popular. The majority were inclined, okay, irritated or not, they were inclined to see in a positive light that this person is a school teacher. Oh, it's the Depression, I see. It's the Depression, 1938. Excitement. She would give excitement. A woman of the world. Boarding school since she was 6. She was in Paris. Drama in London. A fruitful intermission. She traveled in the Near East. A Janet Miller, a medical doctor. Barnard College in New York City. She told us. Again. This is where the arrogance comes out. She brags about all of this to all of these country folk. Ralford asked, "What did she study?" She explained that Barnard, sister school, of which she had expected. Yeah, very pretentious of her. She doesn't even answer the question. Lol. She doesn't even answer the question. She's all busy just pumping herself up. Her true mission in life. Oh my god. A lecture by John Dewey. Especially female students, she added. The Teachers College and signed up after. So she found her true mission in life about education. Okay, because this is an education guy. The poorest, darkest, most. That's so funny. That is like legit funny. She's such an arrogant prick. Avoiding my brother. See, kids know. And she knows that kids know. The 26 of us across 7 grade levels in one room. Okay, this is a poor area, you know, but it's just this idealism is so insulting. Pearly white button hanging on a string. When Davis, what it was for, gave the string a tug, and it was a map of the whole world. Wow. Miss Chandler never used that map. And so she talks about the Atlantic Ocean, the rock. So this is impressive though. So this is nice. We get two sides of. I didn't remember this part. Morocco, Tunis, Algiers, Trent, sand, camels, waiting for us to be amazed and delighted. But no one knows what camels are. We all thinking hard. That's so funny. It's kind of sad. Like the Three Kings, Mavis said. Oh yeah, because that's extremely. She just compared herself to the Three Kings that rode to Bethlehem. Right, she's kind of stealing her thunder in a way. Uh, hey guys, I don't know why, but my screen keeps turning off. My screen keeps turning off. It's like insane. Why is that happening? This literally did not happen yesterday. Does it? Does it do that when it's charging? I'm pretty sure that's not. Pretty sure that's not the situation. Very confusing. Okay, that was 6 minutes and 30 seconds. I think I'm reading a little too slowly. I sometimes do this if I've read a passage before, I take more time to explain what I'm thinking. Instead of just reading it like I would. I think it's because I feel guilty that I read it before. So I want to slow myself down a little. But it's not fair to do that to me. It actually makes it harder for me because this is way too much time. I mean, this is way too much time. I spoke way too much. So this is gonna stress me out the further I get into the test. I'm about to go into the map of the passage. Just zoned out for a little bit, but I'm about to go right into the map of the passage. Why am I zoning out? Oh, it's because I'm distracted by these things. So yeah, my screen just turned off again. It's it's crazy. Why is it happening? It's literally not supposed to do that. So how about this, guys? I apologize, but I'm gonna just take some time. No one's watching anyway at the moment, so I'm gonna take some time and try to fix this issue. You might as well join me in fixing this issue. That's a YouTube video. Here, this is October 2021, so that's recent, and that's exactly what I was looking for. The iPad apparently is pretty common. Mirror display auto lock? They were all okay. Now, yeah, I don't know what mirror means, but yeah, display auto lock. I already had that off on my phone. iOS 12. Okay, it seems like a sort of it seems like it could be a bug. In that case, I just want to have my screen turned off. I just want to not allow my screen to turn off at all. Oh, excuse me. Oh, you know what it is? It must be my battery. Am I low power mode? I am low power mode. That's why. Oh, okay. I think it should work now, because I was on low power mode. Okay, let me try it. Okay, guided access is back on, so I think there should be no problems. Okay, so back to this. Guys, oh, I am struggling right now. I am. I'm a little tired suddenly. So, I'm gonna go right into the map of the passage, but I'm just feeling it all coming on, which is it's messing me up right now. Okay, but might as well try. Here we go. Here is my map of the passage. Oh, excuse me. My map of the passage. So we have Miss Spivvy, who comes to the school, or to this town, 3-town or something like that. Okay, I'm gonna call it the town now because I forgot the name of the place. 3-piece, 3-town, 3 something. Okay, So we're gonna call it town. So Miss Baby comes to town, and she's dressed in these things, in like a dress and a boot, and like hiking boots and whatnot. And she gives off this vibe of comparing this Georgia town and saying, "Oh, it's nothing like the 112 or whatever 18 degrees of Timbuktu." And in retrospect, I can see how arrogant this is. At first, when I read it, it didn't feel that arrogant, but now I see it because right away, the narrator lets us know that this didn't make her too popular. You know, people don't like hearing that their place is like not special. You know, that there's some other place that's even worse. So that was the first paragraph. No, that wasn't the full first paragraph. At the bottom of the first paragraph, it also then says that people were inclined to think of her in a positive light, okay, because the depression. I mean, they're going through the Great Depression, and they need some excitement. They need something new, okay. Well, Miss Spivvy was the new thing. This is the second paragraph. It starts at the bottom ish of the left column. She is the new excitement, and she's been all over. She's been in Paris. She's been in London. She studied drama. She studied that and this and that and this. She went with her doctor friend. This is the top right now. We're in the top right. It's still the second paragraph. She what's it called? She traveled with the doctor to like North Africa, I think. So she went here and there and there. Don't remember the details. And then she, with that doctor, I forget. But she did a bunch of things. Yeah. So I think that's the second paragraph. Now, starting in the middle of the right side column, we talk about how she wanted to find her true mission in life. Okay. This is the funniest paragraph of the whole passage, but she wanted to find her true mission in life, and she talks to John Dewey, who apparently likes women, who's in his 70s. But then what happens is she finds her true mission like she hears John Dewey speak on democracy and education. She signs up immediately for the Teachers College, and then she tells the WPA, okay, if you guys know some world history, some U.S. history, you should know what the Works Public Administration is, WPA, that she wants to be there for the like the darkest corner of America, and so they send her to this town, which is so arrogant. It's so arrogant. It still cracks me up just to think about it. So that's the bottom of the right column. And then people were really interested in... Oh, and by the way, up there with the doctor comment, they end up talking about Bernard College. And I think the narrator, I think it's actually in the second column where the narrator's younger brother, I forgot his name, but the narrator's younger brother asks, what does she study? Yeah, this is at the top of the right column. What does she study? And she avoids the question by just saying, it's like a famous college that's associated with Columbia. She has that sort of asshole moment. Okay, so sorry, I just missed that, so I just put that back into my map of the passage. Let me move on to the third column. So the third column, okay, on the next page, it starts actually at the very bottom of the second column, actually, but talks about this little pearl that's hanging behind her. And turns out it's a map, and they had never seen this map, these students, okay? There's like 20 students from 7 different grades all in one room. They had never seen this map. They're all sort of like amazed by this map. She pulls it down, and this is her opportunity to like redeem herself, to be cool again, right? Instead, she does this. She goes, we've been here, and then she talks about her journeys with the doctor or whatnot, and what she saw. And I think in Baghdad, she saw something. What was it? Camels, and she's expecting them to go like, whoa, but they don't go whoa. All the kids are like, huh? And then forgot her, maybe. The M girl, there's an M girl, I don't know her name anymore right now, but the M girl says, after a while, oh, like the three kings who went to Bethlehem, because this is a biblical community, they know biblical references, they don't know what a camel is, but maybe, or whatever her name is, she remembers this from the Bible. And the previous teacher, we get the second comparison to the previous teacher, okay? The first comparison was how the previous teacher never pulled down that map. But, so this is her opportunity to shine. This is Miss Baby's opportunity to shine, but this is the second comparison. We get, instead of what the previous teacher would have done, which is to make the M girl feel good by just nodding and smiling, and so sort of conferring upon her some credit. Instead of doing that, fucking Miss B, she takes the credit for her. She pumps herself up. She says, "That's right." And this is a huge mistake. Now none of the students like her. What a great story. What a great story. Mavis. Okay, Mavis. Her name's actually kind of funny because her name's Mavis Davis over here. Mavis Davis. So I shouldn't have forgotten that name. It's a very memorable name, Mavis Davis. I can tell I was a little tired, so I'm not reading as well as I would normally, but that's how that works. Oh man, I just realized something. I might as well stick this in the chat. Before I start something, I just want to write this little quick thing. Let me just type something in the chat. The original Discord server has been taken down. We'll see what happens. Here's the new server. Join the new server. Okay, if you guys wanna jump into Discord when you see this, here's the new server link. All right, that was my map of the passage. How was your map compared to mine? I'm about to get right back into it. Let's go into the questions. By the way, I was right about guided access, okay? The screen stays turned on as long as you are not in low battery mode. Okay, so lesson of the day. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. The narrator can be best described as a student. Former students? But not predecessor, anonymous member, no. It has to be former because it's past tense. Yep, it's past tense. So 650. Three-step is mainly presented as a small rural town. Yep. 7. That's good enough. It can reasonably be inferred from the passage that some of the people at the train station regard the comment about Georgia heat with annoyance because, hey, that's a, probably resentment. Yeah. They don't doubt anything specific. It's because, she's minimizing their discomfort. She's, making it seem like their thing is nothing. They don't like to hear that there's nothing. 14 up to 13, 14, 12, 13, 14. Okay, here. That's 7:40. Oh my God. Did I literally do that in 70 seconds? I did 4 questions in 70 seconds. Okay. By the way, I don't remember any of these questions. So most likely uses the phrase fruitful intermission. Fruitful intermission was when she went to the, what's it called? She had traveled extensively in the Near East and Africa with a friend of her grandmother's. So then it's an intermission from her what? It's an intermission from her formal studies in her formal education. So this is the non-formal education of traveling. She benefited from taking time off from her studies in order to, oh, that's perfect. She's traveling, pausing school. Okay, 8:30. Let's go. The interaction between Miss Vivian and Ralford. Ralford must be the brother. Yeah. What did she do? And it shows that in fact, because we know later on that she avoids the eye. We know that it must have established some sort of awkwardness. Miss Bivy has an exaggerated, I guess, but it's kind of awkward. Because this is the Barnard versus Columbia thing. Establish a friendly dynamic between no. Precocious? Maybe. Dismissive? Disinterested? That's iffy. Amused, no. Whoa, that's weird. The interaction serves mainly to do what? I'm resetting, okay? Here's what the interaction does. Let's read. 5%, that's not good. Asked what did she study, she explained that Barnard was the sister school of which she expected we had all heard. So this serves to do what? This serves to characterize her as a little pretentious. What's the word? It serves to make her. She avoids the question. So how is that connected to any of these? Is that right? I guess it does suggest. Because that's at least directly from the passage. But C isn't. We don't have precocious. We don't have dismissive and disinterested. Disinterested and precocious? I mean, he's not precocious at all. So that makes no... Yeah. Because, I mean, he's just asking a question. Why would that make him precocious? Okay. Okay. That one's awkward. I'm going to mark this. It's awkward. What is the narrator most likely suggesting? Wandered and marched. 42. She wandered into a thing because she doesn't know that she wants to be a teacher, and then now she knows she wants to be a teacher. Yeah. Her conviction. Talking with Dewey. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no. No. Somewhat accidental, but yeah, this covers both sides. Yeah. So, hang on. Yeah, I just know it's not right, but let me come back to that later. 11:30. I'm spending way too much time right now. Way too much time. In 3-step as a director, talking with a woman at the WPA. That's almost certainly true. I'm going to move on. She's seen camels. They are dumbfounded. They are baffled. Okay, that's 11. That's 12. And then We all, that's 85, 86. I'm looking at 85, 86 right now. We all hung there. Yep. We all. That's kind of like the sentence I was looking for. I looked at this we all, which helped me. All right, stop. Whew. Guys, I'm spending too much time on this passage, mainly because I think I just explained too much when I first read it. Man, I wasn't going to stop at this point, but I just feel like I need to make that quick comment over there. Okay, now I'm going to move to the second passage. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. David Owen. Oops, whoa. Owen. Oh my God, come on. Owen. The conundrum, how innovation, efficiency, intentions, energy. Okay, we're talking about energy and climate. That's a very confusing, that's a long article title. Building good transit isn't a bad idea, but it can actually backfire if the new trains and buses merely clear space on highway lanes for those who would prefer to drive. A group that, hang on. If you clear space for drivers, that could have backfire, it could have negative, right, there we go. How beneficial things can make climate worse. If you actually make it easier to drive, then you can actually make it worse for the environment. To have environmental value, it has to replace and eliminate. Okay? Okay. If you are clearing space, you're actually increasing driving. Okay, you want to decrease driving. You must compel reductions. You should eliminate traffic lanes or convert into bike or bus lanes with taxes, fees, tolls. Obviously, these are not popular, but they're necessary. Okay. Okay, you can make people drive less by making driving more pleasant, economical, productive. You actually have to go the opposite direction. You have to make it worse. That's a pretty hard line position. One of the few forces with proven ability to slow the growth has been the finite tolerance. Okay. Traffic congestion can have value. And because it discourages proliferation. If you make it faster, more convenient, by adding lanes, building bypasses, etc., that's a long sentence, we make it sprawl problem worse. Now people will live farther from their jobs. Interesting. Where they live. And then you'd have to further extend. So it's just ongoing. It's cyclical. If you cut by 10%, then now they're going to move 10% more. This is also 10%. Okay? Their travel time won't change. This is how they metastatize. Great word. Okay, the more convenient you make it, the farther they go out. Traffic congestion isn't an environment. That's actually an amazing sentence right there. So effective. Congestion is not the problem. If you solve the problem, you actually increase traffic. You make it worse. Building new car lanes only temporarily reduces congestion because then people drive more, called induced traffic. Yeah. This guy is really good with short sentences. Amazing with short sentences. Okay, so basically that's just a summary of the point, but hang on. Can I even make a map of this passage? Dude, I can't make a map of this passage. It's gonna suck. Here we go. So vehicles per day on altered road. Hang on. Capacity reduction. Oh, this is the inverse of what the guy is talking about. So after alteration on the road itself and on the surrounding roads, after you alter it, okay, basically they completely vanished some of these roads. Wow. And then what happened when you vanished the roads? Weirdly enough, this actually went down and up and, okay, stayed roughly the same. Oh, interesting. No, it doesn't go down. It just stays roughly the same. Okay. They all stay roughly the same. But so there's no like sort of, it's not zero sum is basically the point. 805. Cool. Oh my God, another one. Hang on. The engineer's predictions of driver behavior. Could a significant road space reallocation result in people changing the route? Hell yeah. Okay, so this is 50% by the way over here. But then whether they car share? No. Okay, so I just need to understand that. But yes is pretty high for when they travel, their means of traveling. But the thing that we're trying to focus on is I guess this and how often. That's the stuff that's kind of more related to the passage, 1905. Okay, moving on. Stop. Here's my map of the passage. Here's my map of the passage. Okay. By the way, I'm still spending way too much time reading, and I think I'm just not in the best condition right now. I'm talking a lot, but I'm also not feeling great, so I'm just being a little extra slow right now. I think after this passage, I'm just going to take a break from this stream, and I'm going to resume the stream again a little later in the day, just because I want to show you my performance when I'm closer to normal rather than just barely making it. So let me, I'll continue after a break. So I'll continue the stream later on after finishing this passage. I'm being repetitive, sorry. Okay, here's my map of the passage. The first paragraph. Counterintuitively, improving traffic congestion, okay, basically clearing away space merely, making improvements to driving experience, worsens environmental outcomes. Okay, it's the first thing he says in the first paragraph. Second paragraph starts still close to the top of the left column. He says, I don't know. This passage seemed fairly repetitive to me. Trying to think. It's all sort of melted together now. Can't fully remember. So at some point, I don't remember where anymore, but at some point he says stuff like this, okay? Traffic congestion isn't a problem, traffic is. That's the beginning of the third paragraph on the right side column, I think. There's this really long column where he talks about how what happens, this is before traffic congestion isn't a problem, traffic is. He talks about how if you build a road, what happens at first there's something called induced traffic or whatever, but that's like the next paragraph in the right side. Okay, but then before induced traffic, see, this all blends to me because they all seem like the same idea, but we're just talking about it from different angles. It doesn't feel like we're like talking about multiple reasons or anything like that. That's why it's so hard to create a passage map for me. But he says before that, he says how if you reduce the time it takes to get from point A to point B by 10%, then actually people would just move 10% farther away. Okay, that happens at the top right. Actually, before that, on the middle of the left side, he also says something like, what do you call it? Everyone has a finite capacity tolerance. Okay, everyone has a finite tolerance for a certain amount of traffic. So I guess that is one of the first ideas he establishes. Okay, first he says, actually, more efficient transportation is harmful for the environment. We want to reduce traffic overall. And then one of the first ideas is there's this tolerance that people have. That's the thing we should be focusing on. Everyone has a certain tolerance. So if you make things more convenient, they will just naturally use up their full tolerance threshold. So if you make it more efficient, then they will just drive longer or farther. Something like that. So that's kind of like that's what I remember from the whole left column up until the top of the right column. And then it talks about how the what's it called? It talks about induced traffic and all this other stuff. Yeah, that's basically my map of the passage. Okay, I just kind of, it's scattershot. It's not very. It's a little patchy, but that is roughly what I remember. So that was my map of the passage. How was your map compared to mine? Okay, let me finish off this passage and then I'm going to take a break. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. It's to explain how efforts to reduce traffic actually increase traffic. That works. Dispute the wildly held belief. That seems also like it's correct. Car-focused development. That seems like off. Okay, there we go. One way to reduce the negative effects is to make driving less agreeable. That seems like the best. Okay, efforts is wrong. We don't know if it's wildly held belief. 1950. All things being equal, people would rather drive. That's at the top left over here. Almost everyone who has a car, 4 to 5, they would prefer to drive. 4 to 5. 2010. Backed up, that must be for traffic jam, right? The transit system has to be backed up by something that reduces car use. No, not traffic jam. That has to be supported by something. That's 2030. Concedes as recommendations are not popular. Yeah, that's 2040. I know this. In the first paragraph, it just says that. Like, no one would want to make things more inconvenient. Actually, I could double check. Just to be safe. Needless to say, they're not popular. He says that. I saw that. Based on the passage, how would the author... So I'm just going to add 21 just to be more explicit. How would the author most likely characterize many attempts to improve traffic? Many attempts to improve traffic? They are not doomed to fail. They don't overestimate tolerance. They are well-intentioned but lead to harm. That's true. More productive? Nope. Yeah, so basically what it is you're supposed to... they cause harm anywhere between 8 and 67, so the whole passage. Where would we get many attempts to improve traffic. Okay. We're talking about the past attempts, right? So when do we ever talk about past attempts? Well, how about this sprawl problem worse? 40, but it's like everything, right? Okay, you know what, this is overwhelming. I have to do 8 to 14 didn't seem like the right answer. 22 to 26. I'm gonna just do process elimination. Nope, that's tolerance. 31 to 40, 31 to 40. Yeah, this one seems right. And then 64 to 67. Yep. That's the one 31 to 40 is the one I was about to predict anyway, so I'm going to work with it. I mean, I guess I could double check it, but pretty confident in that one. According to the passage, reducing commuting time can have which of the following effects? Reducing commuting time can actually just make them move farther away. Yep. No, mass transit? No, not mass transit. Yeah. That's 23. And promotes most nearly means 72 probably encourages. Promotes, no one ever promotes, defends, advocates. Okay, 23, 20. Figure 1, how many vehicles traveled on the altered road? The altered road through Southampton City Center per day before. Altered road before it was altered. Southampton. Okay. 5316. Southampton before alteration. 5316. Southampton before alteration. 2345. Support or weaken? It supports because overall reduction. Out of cars? No. Net reduction. Yep. 24. Figure 2. Surveyed were most skeptical of the idea that drivers would change their whether they car share. Their driving style. When they travel, their means of traveling. No, that's okay. How often? Yeah. Wait, why didn't they put it's a most skeptical? That's very weird wording if they're going to ask most skeptical. Stop. Okay, 24, 35 right now. 24, 35. At this point, I'm going to pause the stream. I'm going to take a break because I can feel that my body, my mind, it's a little sluggish. I'm not like doing my A game. I want to give you guys a good stream of me properly going through this. So I'm gonna take a break. Okay, it's been a long time since I've done a morning SAT, so I think my body's just getting adjusted to it. I'm gonna take a break. I'll come back probably after lunch and finish this off. All right, so I'll schedule another stream for this one though. I'll finish it off. Guys, see you in a couple hours. Bye.